Imagine your computer networks as a grand castle. Inside, you have treasure, your data, application, and sensitive information. Now, you wouldn't want just anybody strolling into your castle, right? That's where your heroes come in, the firewalls. Now, first, let's tackle the big question. Why do you really need firewalls? Just like the castle needs walls and guards to protect against invaders, our networks needs to shield against unwanted visitors, in this case, hackers, viruses, and any malicious traffic. Now, firewalls are like your first line of defense, ensuring that only good guys get in and the bad guys stay out. Now, how does a firewall perform this crucial role? Now, think of this as a security guard at the castle gate with a guest list. It examines every incoming and outgoing data packet, like guest at the gate, against a set rules for security. If the packet is on that allowed list, it passes through, and if it's not, it's turned away or denied. But not all firewalls are treated equal or created equal. Let's meet the different types of firewalls. Now, first one is your stateless or packet filtering firewalls. Imagine a guard who checks each visitor's ID but does not remember who came in earlier. Now, these firewalls examine packet individually without any context what happened before. They look at source, destination address, port, and protocols. Very suitable for a simple network where traffic patterns are very predictable. Second is your stateful firewalls. Now think of a guard who keeps a logbook, remembering who entered and what the purpose was. Now these firewalls monitor active connections and make decisions based on context of the traffic. Ideal for networks requiring more security, as they can detect unsolicited connections or attempt to bypass the security. Third and the latest are your next generation firewalls. Now picture an intelligent agent who not only checks IDs but also connects or conducts background checks and monitors for any suspicious behavior once we're inside the castle. Now, next generation firewalls combine traditional firewall capabilities with additional features like intrusion prevention, deep packet inspection, and application awareness. Now they're perfect for modern networks facing advanced threats where deep inspection and comprehensive security measures are really necessary. Now let's clear up another confusion between firewalls and routers. While both are essential, they serve very different purposes. Routers are like your tour guides directing data packets to destination across different networks. They decide the best path for the data to travel but don't really stop malicious traffic. Firewalls are your vigilant guards, enforcing security policies to block or allow traffic. They can also route traffic, they inspect and control it. In layer 3 deployment scenario, you might place a router at the edge of the network on the internet, and then behind there's a firewall to protect all your internal network. But here's where it gets very interesting. If you have a firewall that is supporting, because most of them do, layer 3 functionality, you might not need a separate router at all. Think of this as having a guard who can guide the visitors the right place inside the castle. Many firewalls come with a built-in routing capabilities, effectively combining the roles. This is not only simplifying the network setup now, but it also ensures the security is integrated as every step of data in its journey. So what can you do with this knowledge now? See, here are some actionable tips. Implement appropriate firewalls. Stateless firewalls, use them for basic filtering needs where resources are limited. Stateful firewalls, deploy them where you need to track activity connections for better security. Next generation firewalls, opt for next generation firewalls when facing with sophisticated threats and requiring advanced features. Leverage firewalls with routing capabilities. Simplify a network. If you have a firewall that supports routing, you can reduce the hardware by not needing a separate router. Integrated security and routing. Now this ensures that the data is directed where it needs to go. It's also being inspected and secured simultaneously. So configure security policies. Set up the rules and your network needs as you need. For next generation firewalls, you can create policies that consider user identity and application type. Traditional setup, use routers to connect different networks, firewalls to protect them. Integrated devices, consider devices that combine firewall and routing functionality, especially in modern networks. Stay up to date with all the threats. Regularly update your firewall software and policies so that you can protect against any new vulnerability. Look at some real-world examples now. See, if you have a small business, a next-generation firewall with routing capability is deployed at the network edge. Now, simplifies the network infrastructure by eliminating need for any separate router while providing advanced security. If you have an enterprise network, separate high-performing routers and next-generation firewalls could be used to handle large volumes of traffic with sophisticated security needs at the same time. So you're not overloading the firewall. This maximizes the performance and security suitable for very complex networks. Home network, a basic router with a built-in firewall features, often stateful, connects to the ISP, simplifies the setup while providing essential security for personal use. By understanding the different types of firewalls and their roles alongside the routers, or even combining with routers, you're well on your way securing and managing a network effectively. Remember, while the router keeps things moving smoothly, the firewall ensures everything stays safe. And when you have a device that does both, it's like having a multi-talented protector for your castle. Thanks for joining me on this journey. You have been equipped to guard your own digital castle with the right defenses. Whether you choose separate devices or all-in-one solution, the key is to understanding how they work together. Stay curious, keep exploring the world of computer networks. Bye for now.